Alright, so this is going to follow along, add on to what we did yesterday. In your book, you should be on page 27, and we're still doing triangle inequalities. First, we need to review a little bit on how to solve inequalities. So, kind of the same as solving equations. So, we're subtracting our 2x, we have 3x minus 18 is greater than 3. We add our 18 over there. We have 3x is greater than 21. We divide by our 3, and we've got x is greater than 7. Okay, one rule that you really need to kind of remember, and hopefully you will, if we subtract 10x from both sides, we have negative 2x plus 7 is greater than negative 15. We move our 7 and we've got negative 2x is greater than negative 22. Okay, if I divide by a negative, which I am right now, we have to remember to switch our sign. So I end up with x is less than, I gotta flip that sign, x is less than 11. Okay, so be very careful when you are solving your inequalities and whether or not you are multiplying or dividing by a negative number. Okay, so we know that our two sides have to, the sum of them has to be greater than the third side. So what's going to happen is when you are given three sides, you've kind of got to figure out what your big side and what your little side is. Okay, so if we, on this case, we can go AB plus BC has to be greater than AC. So we can start those two sides. So we've got 4x plus 25 plus BC, which is 3x minus 2, has to be greater than 9x minus 5. And now we solve. So I've got 7x plus 23 is greater than 9x minus 5. Okay, I flip-flop everything. I've got negative 2x is greater than negative 28. And now remember, when I flip that, x has to be less than 14. Okay, here we've got, we need two other sides. We already did AB plus BC, so now we can go AB plus AC has to be greater than BC, which is our third side. So AB is our 4x plus 25, plus our AC is 9x minus 5, has to be greater than 3x minus 2. Okay, so we end up with 13x plus 20 is greater than 3x minus 2. 10x is greater than negative 22. So x is greater than 2.2. Negative 2.2, sorry. Okay, and then our third one, we are going to go AC, because we haven't done that one, plus BC. So these two sides, AC plus BC has to be greater than AB in this case. So 4x plus, nope, sorry, I screwed that up. AC is 9x minus 5 plus BC is 3x minus 2 has to be greater than 4x plus 25. Okay, we go through solving this. We've got 12x minus 7 is greater than 4x plus 25. Okay, so we end up with 8x is greater than 32, and x is going to be greater than 4. Since this is negative, we're going to take this and use it. And so x has to be between 4 and 14. We're going to use those same signs that we used yesterday when we were finding the range of values. Okay, I know it's a lot of work. It's not super hard and it's solving equations, but we do need to go through all those steps. So if we do one more, okay, I've got mn plus np has to be greater than mp. I've got mn plus mp has to be greater than np. And then my other two, I've got mp plus np has to be greater than mn. So then it's just a matter of setting them up. X minus 1 plus 9x minus 68 has to be greater than 5x minus 4. So 10x minus 69 is greater than negative 4. Oh, sorry. 5x minus 4. So 5x has to be greater than 65. X has to be greater than 13. Okay, if we're going in this situation, we've got 6x. If I'm going to take that shortcut, I can do that. I'm going to take mn plus mp right away. We'll go 6x minus 5 is greater than 9x minus 68. And I'm going to go negative 3x is greater than negative 63. Divide by negative 3, you have to flip your sign. X is less than 21. Okay, and we go over here. Again, you can take your MP plus your NP and get 13x minus 72 is greater than x minus 1. 12x is, oh, sorry. I have to add those together. I get 14. I screwed that up again too. 5x plus 9x is going to be 14x. So I have 13x is greater than 71. X is greater than 5.46. I'm going to use my whole numbers. So this guy and this guy. I've got 13x, 21, and put your symbols in between them. Okay. Okay, same thing here. I don't think I have to do that one, as it's going to be the exact same thing as your other ones that you just did. You just have to go through them all. Okay. On this, if we're ordering from least to greatest for our sides, okay, first we got to be able to figure out what our angles are. And we know that our angles add up to 180. So if I have J, K, L, we got to figure out what my angles are. So if I add up all my angles, 2x plus 10x plus 3, we get 15x. What do I have? Minus 15 is going to equal 180. So 15x is going to equal 195. And x is going to give us 13. Okay, in that case, I got to go back up and plug them in for all of these. So 2 times 13 plus 6 is going to give us 32. for K, 10 times 13, and then we've got minus 11 is 119. And then for L, we've got 3x, so 3 times 13 minus 10, and we've got 29. Now I can order my sides. Least is across from my smallest angle, so across from L, I have JK. Next one is across from J, I have KL. And then if I'm going across from my biggest is K, so I have JL. Okay, not so bad. Same thing here, my angles are going to add up to 180. Okay, add them up to 180, plug them in, put them in order. Okay, when they give you sides, the sides are going to add up to the perimeter. So in this case, I've got my 5x plus 7 plus 9x minus 16 plus 2x plus 23. That's going to add up to the perimeter of 78. Okay, so be careful. If it's sides that they give you, now it's not going to be 180, it's going to be whatever they give you for the perimeter. So when I put all these together, I end up with 16x plus 14 is 78. 16x equals 64, and x gives me 4. Okay, so if I'm drawing my triangle, and I've got R, S, T, I'm plugging these in. Okay, 5 times 4 is 20, plus 7 gives me 27. ST, 9 times 4 is 36, minus 16 is 20. And if I'm plugging in here, 2 times 4 is 8, plus 23 is going to give me 31. So if I'm putting my angles from least to greatest, smallest angle across from smallest side, so across from 20 I have R. Next one, across from 27, I have angle T. And biggest one, across from 31, I have angle S. Okay, so it's not so hard, but it's a lot of solving equations. Okay, your assignment that you are going to have to do are those last 2 pages in your book, pages 29 and 30.